Hey everybody! Thank you so much for joining me this evening. My name is Heather. I'm Heather Thomas, otherwise known as the Songbird Stamper, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Fareham in the United Kingdom, which is right on the south coast. And we are live at 8 p.m. UK time on a Thursday evening. So welcome, welcome. Hey Lisa, nice to see you this evening. My computer's over there, so apologies if I look away. Nice to see you this evening. So if you're watching on the catch up, thank you for joining us. And I'm going to be doing a live unboxing of my PPP products, which have actually been sat in the box, believe it or not, since they arrived probably about 4 weeks ago, maybe not that long. I don't know. I lose track of the days. Hey, Julie. I have been dipping in and out of them. Don't worry. I haven't just been abandoning them. But yeah, I just have been kind of keeping them there, aware that I wanted to do this, but just not really having the time. I've been working lots of night shifts, so I'm a bit all over the place at the moment. Hello, Louisa. Hey, Eloise. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of show you. I'm allowed to show you the outside cover, but not the inside yet, of this catalogue. This is the spring summer, otherwise known as the January to April mini catalogue. So I know we haven't reached Christmas yet, but you know, most people are kind of done with Christmas crafting, just coming to the end of it. And then we've got celebration happening. So these are going to be live from early January. So just getting ready really, and yeah, getting a play. And who doesn't love new goodies? I just can't wait. You know, it doesn't really matter what season, what time of year. Flowers are flowers and butterflies are butterflies. It doesn't bother me if that's in November or December. Right, I'm going to spin you round and we will get going, shall we? No, Julie, my Christmas crafting is not at all done either. I was just saying that to make myself feel better. So don't worry. I'm not even anywhere near close. Lighting's a bit rubbish, but we'll be good, I'm sure. Hey, Mandy. Pleased to catch me live. Hey, Judy. Hey, Shaz. Thanks, guys, for popping on. So I don't really know where to start, to be honest. I've got quite a lot down here, but this one is calling my name just because it's sat right on top. And this is the hot air balloon suit. I'm just going to turn a light on if I can. It's all a bit of a mess down here, I will say. So is that a little bit better? Maybe. So these are my colours, definitely. This suite, a hot air balloon suite. I absolutely loved playing with this one when I had a go last week. So some gorgeous, gorgeous pastel colours. So yeah, the lighting's not the best, so apologies, but we are in the middle of winter. So you've got these kind of fun designs and then the balloons on the front. You get quite a lot of one sheet as well, which I really like. So if you're making a card that you like and you want to make multiples, you don't have to worry too much. I think there's 8 of each sheet, which is great. And it's great for classes as well. When you've only got a small number of sheets, it can be really difficult to plan classes around papers. So you've got this one with the cute little spotties and dotties. This is Pool Party, Balmy Blue, Fresh Freesia, Lemon Lolly, Petal Pink, Bubble Bath. Loads of the subtle colours in there. They're all the same. I don't know why I'm flicking them actually. This one, gorgeous, Lemon Lolly. And I've used this. I'll show you a card. I'll show you a couple of cards I've made actually using my product purchase premiere. Good evening to you, Gina. Not started Christmas cards. I mean, oh, Shaz, that's not a great reason to not have done Christmas crafting. Goodness me, are you feeling better? That's a nasty one, meningitis. So this lovely Lemon Lolly and Bubble Bath. Hopefully you are, if you are out and online and chatting to us, which is really good news. Really good news. And then you've got this Fresh Freesia one with the Pool Party, I think. Pool Party background. Beautiful. That one there is pretty. And then this one here is gorgeous. This is probably my favourite. Absolutely delightful, that one with the rainbow kind of colours, and then Balmy Blue on the background. So there's the papers, and then that coordinates with this stamp set, Hot Air Balloon, which is amazing. I love this. So you've got just a note to lift you up, up and away, hooray, it's your birthday, wish big, and hang in there. So you've got kind of various sentiments, which is really nice. for a hot air balloon set. And it comes with these dies. So this is kind of a builder. So you stamp this one and then that one infills, or you can stamp these two and this one infills that one. I'll show you on the cards I've made as well. And then the cute little baskets underneath. And then it coordinates with this die set. Again, I've had this out and used. So you've got a lovely heart-shaped one as well, which I really like. This banner here sits over the top here, which is really nice. So you can have your sentiment in here, and that one fits, that one fits, that one fits. That one doesn't fit, but this one is great. It fits in that banner, even though it's curved, which is awesome. Or you can kind of die cut this panel and have that in between the stamped image there, which is brilliant. Or you can have just a builder die, so you can build it up using the dies. You've got these flat panels, cut the baskets out, you've got some clouds. Haven't quite figured out what that bit's for. It's probably, I don't know, to go with the small balloon. So you've got one here that cuts out the small balloon once you've stamped it. You have to stamp the baskets separately and cut them out separately if you want to die cut them. That's the only thing I will say. And then it comes with the most gorgeous twine pack. Lemon Lolly, Calypso Coral, Balmy Blue. Not much better. You need to stay flat on your back for 3. Oh my goodness me. Oh, Shaz. Hopefully they've kind of made it good so you're not going to get poorly again. You've got to go back in for checks and things. You'll be watching a lot of crafting videos, I expect. There's not much else you can do if you're flat on your back, is there? And then it does come with some lovely sentiment gems. Look at these. You get 10 colours in a pack. So you get your Fresh Freesia. We're going to test me now. Coastal Cabana. No. Fresh Freesia. Pool Party. Bubble Bath. Azure Afternoon. Lemon Lolly. Petal Pink. I don't know. And Calypso Coral. I don't know. I'm a bit confused. I just got back from the twins' birthday dinner. Oh, amazing. Oh, thank you, Kate. I've forgotten I'd given them to them. We did it early this year, which is good. I'm really pleased they like them. So that is one suite, and I love it. And then I'll show you a couple of cards that I've made using that suite as well. I almost could have kept going with this one, but I ran out of time and had to go and do some actual adult stuff. Not that crafting isn't adult stuff, but you lot know what I mean. So I created a watercolour background. Hopefully you can see the clouds. So I've just colour lifted bleach. This was after my watercolour lesson the other day. I was teaching this kind of technique, and I thought I'm going to give that a go. So, and then just a bit of the strip of the DSP, and then 2 hot air balloons. This is the big one where I've used that die over the top, and then this is the smaller one, and then the baskets, some of the twine, and just your sentiment there. So I love that. And then this is a little bit more bright and bold. And that's using some of these clouds in the background, that die cut clouds. And then just a simple stamped sentiment underneath. I'm loving these kind of slightly bigger cards this year. I'm going to be doing more of these, I think, because I inherited some 7x5 cards and it's reignited my love for the 7x5 card. But they are great. They're just a little bit more special. Not more special, but I don't know. They just look a bit more prominent, for want of a better word. Thanks, Judy. Thanks, Lisa. Really, really lovely set to play with. Gorgeous papers. Absolutely my colours. Yeah, you'll love that one if you get it. I'm sure. All right, what else have we got down here? Oh, this is nice. So this is the Stippled Roses. Stippled Roses. And it comes with a set of dies. It's a standalone bundle, so it's not a suite to go with this one, but there is some paper which is in the celebration, which I'll run through in a minute as well. So you've got your big old dies to cut out your images. I love the font on these. Absolutely love the font on these. Best birthday wishes. Congratulations. Sending thanks. Really nice. Happy Mother's Day, but obviously that's not applicable to me or to some. So yeah, that's a beautiful font on that one. Absolutely love it. And then you've got these gorgeous, gorgeous dies. Look at all the stippling on those. And they do cut out like dots. Now, and the stamp set is the same. It's stippled. Okay, so it's called Stippled Roses. So there's a really, really interesting colouring technique, which is to colour using dots. I taught it once on my blends course, and one of the ladies was like, "You are mad. What are you talking about?" And then I actually really enjoyed colouring in that way. If you've not seen it, do some kind of YouTubing, some Google searches. But yeah, it's just a little bit different to anything we've got. So I am in the process, and I haven't got very far, I'm not going to lie, of no line watercolouring this set. So this is two different ones. So this one was stamped in, this is watercolour paper. It's not Stampin' Up one, but it's slightly more textured, and that works and doesn't work for two different reasons, but it's for another day. But yeah, so this is stamped off crumb cake. And then can you see, you basically lose all of your lines, and then you have to go back in and paint them in. So it's a bit of a laborious technique, and I'm a bit overwhelmed by these flowers. So then I thought, what would happen if I stamped it in actual colours? This is the marker pens, soft sea foam bubble bath, and I didn't stamp off this time, so I've got a slightly darker. So you can just see some of that detailing, which is going to help me paint it, but I just need some time because this takes hours. But it's a really, really nice effect. But if you don't want to painstakingly colour it, this was a card that I made, and I'm probably going to show these on blog posts. But this was a card I made just stamping the leaves. And again, I used my markers. So I stamped the leaves, coloured the leaves in the Old Olive, and then this in the Daffodil Delight, and then just coloured over it with the blends. Like really simply, this was just adding a bit of light Daffodil Delight in the stippled bits, and then once over with dark Lemon Lolly. Or was it light Lemon Lolly? Can't remember. Might have been light Lemon Lolly. But look at these dies in the background. Aren't they gorgeous? I love that. And then you've got these little flowers as well. Did you see those flowers in there? And then that's some of the paper from the balloon suite. Thanks, Mandy. And again, just with best birthday wishes, I thought mounted on that slightly bigger card is just a little bit more wow. So these are the flowers that you get. Oh, thank you, Lisa. And totally not my colour. Totally not my colour, but I was just away with it. Do you know, I was just having a really crafty day, and it all kind of came, and I was really pleased with that. So thank you. So they're the flowers. And then you get 3 different types of leaves. You get that one there, which is a bit more kind of, I don't really know how to explain that. This one here, lots of little cluster of little leaves, and then your big leaf there. So I've mixed those two on that card. Really enjoyed playing with that set. So yeah, really, you don't have to go all in. I was wondering how it would kind of work coloured, this stamp set, because it's not a no line. It's not a single line where you have to put all the shading in. And actually, that's really nice. It's really easy to colour. And then that's your stamp set there. So you've got these leaves. And the other thing I like about these leaves is, look, there's a natural break point there. So what that means is when you die cut it out, you just snip away and you've got 2 completely separate leaf clusters. So I've used one here and one here. The dies are, honestly, the dies are amazing. Absolutely love that bundle. So I can see me doing a lot more with that. And I'm going to make one in purple, obviously, because I don't know why I went yellow, but I just thought yellow roses. I think it's because I've got a yellow rose in the garden. So that bundle, at the moment, well, not at the moment. At the moment, we can't do anything. We had a PPP. This is a product purchase premiere because I purchased On Stage, which is one of our Stampin' Up demonstrator only events. And the demonstrator pre-order goes live on the 5th, I think, of December. And then customer can order from the 4th of January. Yes, 4th of January. And so with that, you get Celebration. So Celebration is basically you get free products when you spend £45 or £90. So kind of multiples of £45. And this paper is one of the free products that you can get. Some really beautiful flower designs and some really gorgeous textures. My upline showed a card that she'd made. Where is it? Which background was it? It's been this. It's been one of these. I can't remember which one it was now. And I was like, Emma, where did you get that embossing folder from? And she was like, oh, that's not an embossing folder. That's actually the printed paper. I don't know if it was this one, but doesn't that look so real? Let's go through these. And you've got that Calypso Coral kind of washed background. And then there's your Stippled Roses in grey. So if you're going to kind of monotone, really pretty. That one. Isn't that stunning? That kind of pool party linen look. I think it was that one that I saw. Look, just like you could reach out and touch it. And that one as well looks like a kind of fabric off the sofa. I love that. Even though Calypso Coral is not my colour, I might make one of these in Calypso Coral and then use that paper as the background. Wouldn't that look lovely? I'm not so sure about those colours, if I'm completely honest, but I do like that as well. And it's, you know, it's free paper, so you can do what you want with that one. Then what else have we got? Oh, let me show you things. It's next on my pile. Okay, this is a mega bundle. This was really popular when we did it, showed it in our kind of when we did the catalogue Zoom for our team. And it's actually the suite that is being used for Stamp Camp. So if you haven't heard of my stamp, if you have heard of my stamp camps, you'll know all about it if you've done one. And this is the bundle that we're using this time. We are using Notes of Nature, this one here. So you need to purchase the kind of this bundle and then the ribbon, which I'll open in a minute. Look, I haven't even opened it, but it's so sparkly. It's gorgeous. This To Die For paper, which I'll show you all of in a minute. I love that. And some, they're like cork rounds, but they're just on my floor at the moment. Here they are. Some cork rounds. So if you purchase all that, you basically get all the supplies cut for you. I will do the cutting this time, as long as, I will, because that's what the Stamp Camp is. And on all the project designs to make 13 projects sent to your door, and then you get bonus projects, 13 bonus projects as well in a dedicated Facebook group. So loads of options for your crafting there if you want to join. And if you've already purchased the suite, you can still join. You just need to purchase equivalent value of through me, and then you'll be entered into the kind of Stamp Camp. So look at this. Let's get this out, because this is like a leather. It's like a leather trim, but it's really sparkly. This is going to be, and it's actually thinner than I thought. Sometimes leather trim is like square, but it's not. It's actually thinner. So gift wrapping, brilliant. Tying a knot. It's going to tie a beautiful knot on the card, and then that will lay flat like that either side. But yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous. Something really quite different actually. And it's a bit it's got a bit of give to it as well. So I'm intrigued to see how lots of people use that ribbon. What do we call it? What is it calling itself? Gold. It just says gold. Leather, kind of sparkly leather. Sparkles on both sides as well, so it's not just one-sided. And then you've got this. Let's do the paper, because then we can get the paper out of the way. And it's stunning. This, I'll show you a couple of projects I've made with this as well. It's a really organic set, and it's this one certainly. I don't know if a lot of you know, but I do art journaling as well as card making, and it's great. I've done an art journal spread, which I will show you. I don't normally share my art journal because it's quite private, but I actually just wanted to kind of demonstrate this in a journal form and show you kind of alternative uses for it. So I made it to share. So I've used both of them actually in that, I think. Yeah, I think I went wild. And so yes, this gorgeous gold on Pebbled Path. Absolutely love it. Great for masculine cards as well, this set. So it's not just feminine. And then you've got this kind of all gold foiled. I should show you the reverse as well, but I don't know why anyone would want to use the reverse, personally. Yeah, I know, it's gorgeous, Gina. Oh, you're going to really enjoy this one. See, I've done a bit of paper tearing. This really gets people. Some people just can't do this. I don't do it in my card making. I have two really distinctive styles. But I do paper tear quite a lot in my art journaling. And then you've got this lovely white heat embossed on pebbled path, which would look stunning with the actual stamps as well. And it is just the stamps kind of scaled down. So yeah. Now I'm going to show you a trick with the stamps as well in a minute, because they've got their names written next to them, but you might not always want your names written next to them. So what else we've got? Look at that. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. And then this is really pretty. This is pebble path and that kind of pecan pie, I think, is the other colour. But again, I don't really know why you'd want to use the reverse, but you might. That's really pretty, actually. I quite like that one. This is my favourite. Apart from that grey one, I can't decide actually. So you can see I've already done some chopping. Really good for fussy cutting. Twiggy, berry, spiky and berry. When is my class? So the stamp camp is in February. February for this one. So you've got plenty of time. I will be advertising it far better than I have done in the past. But yeah, February for the stamp camp. So I think it's like the third week in February, but it's all recorded. You don't have to be live. The PDF comes straight to your email. The projects come straight to your door. So, and then we do have a live. It's 24 hours, so that all the global demonstrators can kind of do their bit. So there's a bit of my torn paper. Oh, and leafy berry, definitely. There's so many dies. So many dies. Set is lovely, and the one on my list is also do journaling. Yeah, exactly, Lizzie. It's perfect for that kind of stuff. Perfect. So yeah, if you're interested in the stamp camp, do drop me a line. But all you need to do basically is purchase this suite or the equivalent value from me anytime between now and February. It's easy as that. So I'm going to show you the dies, but first of all, I'm just going to show you the stamp set. So here's the two stamp sets. So this is the one that we're using in the stamp camp. This is one I love. So you've got congratulations, so sorry, just sending a bit of love your way. And then you've got some real background stamps. Now, they do have the name of, so this is Vanilla planifolia. So is it the vanilla flower? Something like that. I know, right? I don't know why I didn't buy a second pack of that DSP. But if you don't want the names, all you got to do is chop them off. So just take your snips. I'll show you on one. And because you can always put them back if you want to stamp them next to it, you just line it up and then put that on your block and stamp it. It's really easy to kind of stick them back together. But sometimes you might just not want that on there. So all you've got to do, let's take that one out. Actually, I'll do it on that one. And that just lives in there as well. And you just take your snips. I'm just going to do it on this one just because it's slightly easier and I'm doing it on camera. Do not want to snip into so obviously make sure that your stamp set is good, because obviously you would avoid any kind of returns, I'm sure, if you did this. So make sure you're not going to want to return it. But then once you're happy with it, just take your snips and just snip. Make sure you don't snip into the actual design or the words. Some people are horrified at this. And you just pull that off. Simples. And then you can just put that back in there if you want it. But if you don't want that stamped now, you don't have to. So I thought I'd show you that. It's not very often I do that, but just every now and again I think, oh, do you know what? I think I'm going to get more use out of my stamps. And I don't like that whole having to get a piece of tape, mask it off. It's really valid if you do that, but I know what I'm like. And what happens is I forget to take the tape back off after I've stamped it. And then I stamp it on my project and I've got a big old tape mark. I love that texture stamp. So that's that. And I love that dotty one as well. I've used that again today on a project that I was prepping for a class, so completely unrelated, which I might do a sneaky peek of. I probably shouldn't, but I might do. But yeah, this dotty stamp and some really lovely textures. And then the dies that go with that. This one here goes with the Notes of Nature. So this is like a perforated journal top. So you could create a nice perforated edge with that one. This really nice border die. some dies to cut out the shapes, and then just some little leaves, which are fab. Really pretty. And then the next one I've also used today on a completely unrelated suite. No, it wasn't actually. It was with this suite. I'll show you. I'll show you the card. I had need to make a sympathy card, which is really sad. But these little flowers. So you've got these big ones that cut out the stamped images. You've got this lovely little label die. And this like, you know, in a journal sometimes you get like a page marker. So it's that kind of page marker, which is cool. And then a few leaves, and then these flowers, which I love. So the card I made, I kept it really kind of neutral. So that's the envelope, which I've heat embossed, just simply heat embossed that stamped image onto the envelope. And then the cards, again, slightly bigger card. And just kept it really kind of, I didn't want to do any colouring. I didn't want to do, I just wanted to keep it really plain, but really elegant. So it's that gorgeous paper in the background. And then the stamped image is die cut in, heat embossed in gold foil, and then die cut, and then some flowers just dotted around with the centres. So love that. And then, oh, bless you. Thank you, Lisa. Really, really simple. I wouldn't say simple, but just really nice to play with, and you don't need to go kind of over the top. Unlike my journal page, which I did this one. So this is white heat embossed. The image just really seems to suit heat embossing, and again would look brilliant white on grey. And then this is sponged inks. This is Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. And then I've done some water splatters, and I've put some texture around there, out kind of in places. You can see all the texture stamping. Some of that torn paper with the gold foiling, and just laid that on there. And then we've got some of the paper, which I've fussy cut. And then some of the stamped images, which I've cut and coloured. And then kind of layered it all together. And I love, this is not a Stampin' Up one, but Keep Close to Nature's Heart. And then the smile was from this stamp set here, just that word smile. Yeah, something a little bit different. It feels like it needs something in the middle, but I'm just going to leave it blank for now. And then a few of the brass butterflies just dotted around there, and some ink splattering. Something a little bit different to show you. So just love the versatility of that one. You can do so much. And then it was shown, Sarah, the CEO, she showed this one on stage as well and did some really lovely projects with it. So lots and lots of options with that one. What else? Oh, and the other thing I did with that one today, I'm not going to go and get it. I was tempted to, but I made some truffles. Like, they're not truffles, but they're like biscuity kind of, I don't know how to explain it. They're like truffles. Let's just leave it at that. And then all I did is I wrapped them up in, you'll have to get your creative visionary head on. So I used one of these gusseted bags. These are old, and I just put the truffles in, 6 of those, used some gold twine, and then made a tiny little note card, 2 by 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, with this paper on. And then I attached a butterfly, which I'm going to share with you in a minute as well, and just kept that. And that's just a little note card that I've attached with the truffles to say thank you. I'm going to my work Christmas do tomorrow night, and the guy that's organised it, bless him, done it all off his own back. And I just wanted to give him a little thank you, because I know I've done it myself in the past, and I know it's a thankless task. Everyone has a lovely night, but it's just real gnaws organising them. Okay, I'm running out of space. What else have we got? What else have we got? Some of you are going to see some adverts very shortly, so bear with me through the adverts. And I'm going to bring in these butterflies. These are a standalone. Oh no, they're not. These are with the suite I didn't get, the lavender suite. So you get these butterflies that then just pop out. So you could ink them up. And this one I just added some Tombow glue and some gilding leaf to. Oh, thanks, Mandy. I hope so. Yeah. Just a little something for him to say thank you. So that's that gorgeous butterfly. And yeah, you could add all kind of inks. You get 40 of these, so 8 sheets in a pack, which I love. And that came with the most amazing colour. You know my favourite colour, purple, right? Look at those. Hopefully, those of you who've just had adverts, I can't stop the adverts from happening on my lives anymore, which is a real pain. I used to be able to, but I can't anymore. Look at those. So I'm trying to hold them up there long enough so that you can see them all when you come back, because they're gorgeous. What colours have we got? Oh, it doesn't say. It does not say. I'm thinking Blackberry Bliss, Highland Heather, and Fresh Freesia, but I might be making it up. Ah, thanks, Robin. Oh, bless you. Love my creative use your imagination to envisage the project I made. It's because I haven't done a very good job of the truffles. I actually put the right. I didn't. I changed the recipe completely. But I put the right amount of liquid in, which she said, and then when they came out, they were a little bit runny. So I'm not convinced they ought to come out of the fridge for too long. They held together, and then I've coated them all in chocolate, so I'm confident, and they taste good. Russ said to me, he said they taste surprisingly better than expected, which is quite a good compliment for my other half with regards to my baking. So, so what else have we got? What else have we got? Oh, let's have a look at that. I haven't even opened this. This is stippled. No, this is the mini alphabet dies. No, Louise, well, I'm really not very good at baking. I'm much better now. I've got my trusted Thermomix, but it doesn't help that I think I can go off piste and change the recipes, and I really shouldn't because I'm not very good at it. So this little die, I'm gonna really enjoy using. I'm even tempted to go for it right now. So basically, what you would do is just grab yourself. Have I got a piece of cardstock handy? Because it cuts it all out in one go, and I actually really like the font of that alphabet, which I don't always. It's a really playful, fun font. Oh, it's not quite thick enough. Oh, Louise, we always joke about going on Bake Off. I would be one of the comedy contestants. Only there for comedy value at the beginning. Right, look how rubbish I am. But I love it. It's funny. Some of you might have heard this story, but Russ said to me a couple of years ago, maybe 18 months ago, he says to me, I've learned something. I said, oh yeah, what's that? I've learned that, what did he say? I've learned that enjoying something and liking it is different to being any good at it. What do you mean? He said to me, when I first met you, while I bring in the die cut machine, so when I first met you, you said to me that you really enjoyed baking. He said, and I was like, oh, that would be lovely. She'd be able to bake me all these nice things. He said, but I've since learned that enjoying something and being any good at it are two completely different things. Yeah, basically. So when you run this through, just run it through at an angle because it's got quite a solid line at the top, and you don't want to. It's just easier on your rollers if you do it this way. Otherwise, you're going to get that clunky. Love to cook, but not baking. Oh, is that right, Robin? Is it? Is that because you just don't enjoy baking? I probably shouldn't enjoy baking because I shouldn't eat all the results of it. I love cooking as well. Again, love cooking, but not very good at it. Look at all of those straight away. I think these would look really nice blended. I haven't cut that far. I didn't go down far enough with my roller. But so we've got 2 A's, a B, a C, a D, 2 E's. There's the other one. F, G, H, A. Oh, 2 H's. I could do my name. Not often you get 2 H's. I's, 2 I's. Yeah, loads. And these would look really nice. You could even colour them in with the blends. So we could grab, oh, you know it's my favourite colour. So let's grab Fresh Freesia, and we'll put some dark on the bottom. When you colour this kind of die cut with your blends, just make sure you go kind of off the edge, because that's going to mean you colour like over the edge as well. And then just blend that like you would blend a stamped image, and when you're just colouring it in, to just kind of blend. If you've not done one of my colouring courses, this might not make sense, but you want to do multiple layers of that light tone, and then up to the lightest of the light, which is one pass. And then you've got that beautiful ombre effect letter. From dark to light. You can do Ethan's name twice with one cut. That's brilliant. Not Holly, you've just got enough. You haven't got quite both enough L's for her. So yeah, I really like doing that, colouring those. So that was going to be really easy to do. Nice and fun. So lovely die set. I can see that getting quite a lot of use. And basically you could just, we were saying, you could basically just run that through white loads of times, and just keep these in a box. And then it would be like alphabet spaghetti, where every time you want to go and kind of make a word up, you've got loads of letters there to choose from, and you could just kind of pick them out of the box. But it might be a bit hard work finding them, but it would be fun as well at the same time, wouldn't it? So that's that die set. And then I quite like, I mean, this is not for us so much, but the different languages. And then you've got all your kind of question mark, apostrophe, the and sign, your hashtag sign, some dots. So love that. That's going to get a lot of use, I think. And that's a standalone die set. Then what have we got? There was so much on the PPP I really liked. Oh, I got this one. I mean, this is totally random. This is not from the PPP, but this is like £5, I think, on the sale rack at the moment. And I really quite like these sentiments. So, and the cute little house. I never owned this one. So yeah, down a £5. You can't really go wrong for a £5, can you? So on the clearance rack. So have a look at the clearance rack next time you log on, because you might be able to find this. But I thought that was really pretty. Okay, we've also got Planted Paradise. Now, I wouldn't have chosen this one, but this was my free gift for joining on stage, and it's a reversibles, and the reversibles are just cut a little bit differently, so they are kind of straight-sided, and what that means is that you can do a block pattern just by reversing the stamp. So I'm going to show you. So this is the kind of decorated side. This is the way you would normally stamp, with that design there. And then if you flip it over the other way, you are going to get a block. So let's go. Oh, I don't know what colour to choose. Moody Mauve. Why not? So I'm going to stamp this one off. So I've just got a little bit of scrap paper here. So I'm going to ink it up and then stamp it off. And then I'm going to stamp that down. Oh, sorry, I just knocked the camera over my head. And that's just going to give you a kind of bold outline. So it's just the back. Now, ideally, you would clean that, but I'm not going to. And then you spin it round, and then you ink this up. This is really juicy, this stamp pad. So we'll see how it stamps. And then you line that over the top. I didn't get it perfectly lined up, but basically what it means is that underneath you can still see those areas now are not white. They're that light colour that we had from underneath. And that will be the same for all of these stamps. So every stamp you can get that background and then the detailing over the top of it as well. So I don't normally go for reversible stamps, but they're fun. I know some people absolutely love them. So, but when you look at the stamp set, these are not images. These are just the reverse. The grey is the reverse of the actual stamp. and it's just that they're cut slightly different. And they're normally much bigger than the stamp set here, because if you can see just down here where it says images at 60%, because they've had to get a lot more artwork on the front to show you the reversible. You see that? That one there is that one there. So whereas our stamp sets normally are at 100%, sometimes they're at 95, sometimes 90, sometimes 85, sometimes 80, but this one's all the way down at 60%, so there's quite a big difference. So there's that. Yeah, that's going to be quite, it's a nice colour actually. I like Moody Mauve. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I quite like it. Oh, I've lost a butterfly. This is gorgeous. Oh, this is gorgeous. So I've got this embossing folder, which I am so excited to get to play with. I have not even opened it. Let's get rid of that. But it's these, I would say, like almost like lilies. So beautiful. I think that would look really nice. I'm trying to think which section of it I would ink. It would look really nice either inked or coloured. So I'm just going to chop off a little bit of cardstock. I won't do the whole lot. Let's grab bubble bar. And a blending brush. Didn't know how they did that. Oh, the reversibles, Gina. Yeah, the reversibles are quite clever. It says it's really useful. That 60% is really useful to know. So a little handy hint for today. I think that maybe the Planted Paradise could possibly go with Lovely and Sweet bundle. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Oh, Lotus Flowers. That's it. Yeah. So this is the kind of inky embossing folder technique. And I'm going to ink the one, this has got raised flowers, and I'm going to ink the raised flower section. I don't know if this is going to put enough ink on to show you, because Bubble Bath is such a light colour. And I'm just trying to add it just to the flowers. We'll see how it comes out. There's so many ways you can do this, and it looks so different. I've just done a project for the Artisan using the Delightful Doilies, I think it was. And this is a technique I used on that one. So I've just added some of that ink, Bubble Bath ink, which probably needs re-inking to be honest. And then I'm going to lay that on, try not to let it move, and lay that down. I've just realised it's going to end up on the debossed side because I've inked that side of the thingy. So let's do it on this side. That's okay. And I'm actually just going to go for it and just chuck the ink on, I think. And then give it a good old smush around. Let's put that on there. Let's run it through and see what happens, shall we? I'm just going to change my plates in the cut and emboss machine. If you're using a 3D folder, you just need your base plate, your folder, and then your grey one on top. Yeah, and you just get that lovely, I'm hoping you can see it. I have picked a really light colour, but you just get that faint hint of colour on that embossed area. Or, what the other thing you can do, I'm going to have some cleaning up to do after this, aren't I? Is you can grab your blends and you can sit here and have a whale of a time colouring the emboss. This looks so pretty if you've got the patience for it, and you just sit there and colour like you would the stamped image, but you colour just the embossed areas. It's a really gorgeous embossing actually. It's really deep. I know it is that 3D folder, so it should be deeper than some of our other ones. You can't even see what I'm doing because I've picked a ridiculous colour. Apologies. I only just picked one of my favourite colours. I'm all about the subtles and the pinks and purples. And seeing as we haven't got a gorgeous great blend, it's normally fresh Fraser or bubble bath. Yeah, you just blend that as you would do normally. You've got to make sure you don't kind of press down on it because it's an embossed image. You're just lightly running over the blend over the top of that image there. I'll lift it up to the camera in a minute and see if you can see. There we go. So you just get that lovely coloured image. I love that. And then the next one next to it is Softly Sophisticated Embossing Folder as well, which is this kind of dainty pattern. I can't exactly remember what was. I'm trying to leave. Oh, yes, this is a Celebration item. So you could get this one for free, and it actually comes with this stamp set, which I really like. I'm sure this is Celebration. Let me just double check. I can't show you. Yes, it is. This is a £90 purchase. You get the photopolymer stamp set, which is like a little stamp set. 2-step stamping. So the flowers go on here, the flowers go on here. Kind of infill that, and then you get this embossing folder as well. And I just thought the sentiments are really cool on this one. Hello there, you're in my thoughts. I really appreciate you. And then you get that one. Oh yes, well done, Katie. That's easier. There, look, it says Celebration, and then that embossing folder. Beautiful embossing folder. Yeah, I love using colour on the folders as well. I don't see it done all that often, but it looks beautiful when you do it. I can't share the one I made for the artisan yet. I'd love to, but yeah, that came out really well with that doily embossing folder. So there's that one. I need to clean that embossing folder later. What else have we got? We've got this watercolor melon. This is also Celebration. I'm just thinking, what colour is a watermelon? It's like on the outside. Is it 2 colours of green? Probably not to show you my Facebook on here, but watermelon. Yeah, so it's like that kind of light green. So what could we do there? We could get the old olive. Is it old olive colour? Or is it more granny apple green and garden green? Just trying to think how we can have a go at stamping this big watermelon. And then I like this, that you get the rind separate to the flesh as well. I quite like that. Green and pink. Yeah, do you know what? That's why I had to Google it, Louisa, because I couldn't remember if the outside had any pink in it, but it doesn't, according to Google. You know, you guys might prove me wrong, but... So this is our watermelon, and I'm just wondering if we can kind of go over it all with the pen. This is the Stampin' Right marker. I love these. They're not the cheapest. Any kind of water-based marker will do. Please do not do this with your alcohol markers because it won't work and it will just stain your stamps. But you can absolutely do this with your... And then what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and find the areas. It's not easiest in this light. Try and find the areas that have got that darker... I can hear it. Kind of shaded area there. Breathe on it and then stamp. Didn't work too well, did it? That's sad. Maybe it just needs priming. So we'll do that a couple of times and see what happens. Sometimes when you get a new stamp set, it just, especially with the markers, it's not taking the ink as well. Or the other thing we could do is actually just stamp it in the granny apple green. Actually, that's really much easier to see. And then I can put some dark in those bits there. See how this stamps. It's better, isn't it? You can just about see that darker area there. Yeah, I just have a play around with it really. This is my first time. This is what I do with the stamps when I first get them. I would probably go in there with a blending brush just to soften that ink out, because that was a bit harsh. It's a bit waterlogged there, and then I'm just going to go in with that darker. No idea how this is going to turn out. I'm trying to get that two-tone look. That's the best yet. So ignore those ones. And then it coordinates with this punch, and then punches out what I've heard called a giant tic tac. I love watermelon too. We don't have it very often at all. It tends to be massive. It doesn't really get eaten, but that's come out. I'm pleased with that one. How that's kind of come out, that two-tone look. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what people make with that one. Again, it's a free stamp set, so you spend over £45, you can choose this one. It's got the gorgeous pips in there as well, so and that will coordinate really well as well with the ice cream and some of the summery sets that we've got. So that would be cool. Yeah, cute. Sometimes it takes a bit of playing around, but you just got to try different things. Try different things and see what works. Okay, let's put that away. Oh, put it away, not throw it away. Now, this one was interesting because I wasn't sure about this one. There is a stamp set to go with this paper. So again, these are the celebration papers, but you can get a stamp set from the mini catalogue that coordinates with this. I think that's how it went. But I have since seen this stamp set in use and thought, actually, I really quite like it. I wasn't kind of sold straight away, but she used it in some really different colorways, and I thought that's really pretty. So this to me is very, I would say childlike, but it's that kind of cartoony drawings, and I wasn't drawn to it. But the backgrounds are really nice. And actually, you could make a really nice bag. If you've just got one man card, you don't think you're going to have many to make, so you don't want to buy the stamp set. A free set of papers like this will see you right for your masculine cards, I'm sure, if you don't have many to make. So you've got screwdrivers, you've got all your tools that you can fussy cut out, or if you've got a scan and cut, you can pop it on a scan and cut, and it will scan and cut them for you. Some lovely backgrounds, like I say, the more masculine backgrounds that we don't necessarily have in other papers. This one with all the nuts and bolts, yellow hammers. That's really nice. It kind of reminds me of the toolbox that you get. Most men have got one of these red and grey toolboxes in the garage somewhere. I say most men, but they're quite popular. And then you've got the nuts and bolts, and then you've got that ruler one, which is quite fun. And just some, again, plain backgrounds, so they don't necessarily have to be used with all the tools. It looks like a bit of a pegboard, this one, that you might have in the garage, and then you can have your tools hanging up off it. So yeah, loads of options with that one. I thought that was quite nice just to get the papers, even if you weren't drawn to the stamp set. And then last, I believe, but very, very not least, is potentially my favourite paper. And I'm glad I got 3 packs now, because I'm using this in a class coming up mid-December. My last class, we're going to be making. Really, really want to show you. I might show you a sneaky peek. We're making a card and tag set. Like mini cards, normal birthday cards, like mini thank you cards and note cards, and just tags in a gift set. But it's so pretty. This is my least favourite sheet, so I'm just going to quickly whiz over that one. And then, it's just adorable, Lisa, isn't it? I kind of just want to soak into it. It's just so pretty. And you really don't need much more. So this is my project. I'm just going to quickly kind of run this past. You really don't need much more than that, because the paper does its own thing. And these are fussy cuttable, really easily fussy cuttable. That on the background, but again, I'm not entirely sure why. And you've got that one. This is just delightful. I think I want curtains like this. bedding. I'd like my whole room decorated like this. It's so gorgeous. And then that watercolour on the background, should you choose to. This one, again, absolutely gorgeous. Slightly different. They're all slightly different, but really similar. Oh, did you? Bless you. It really is my paper, this one. My kind of paper. Old-fashioned wallpapers, definitely. I don't know if you'd be kind of bold enough to do it, but certainly curtains, it would look stunning. Even that one on the back, really pretty. This looks like old-fashioned wallpaper to me, that one. More repetitive design. Stunning, stunning, stunning. This is obviously what's just made the front cover of that box. Beautiful. And then, oh, look at that. That's lovely as well, isn't it? So yes. When I kind of designed the project, I was like, oh, I hope I got 2 packs. And then when I looked at my box, I was like, oh, I got 3. So there's still going to be some left over for me to play with, which is fab. And then this one, again, these fussy cut really beautifully. And what I've done on the inside with the cards, I won't show you because it is a class that people are going to pay for. So I shouldn't share really. But I've just fussy cut some of these. I've got some leaves coming out the sides. We've got some ribbon going on and just a strip of paper, die cut circles and sentiments and everything. So, but yeah, 2 of these kind of nested in amongst all the other things. So really, really pretty. And that again is gorgeous. I've used that on the bottom of the tags. And then fussy cut some of the other designs. So yeah, loads and loads of options with that one. I know Gail Ellis has done some really lovely stuff with this as well. So yeah, you'll not be short of ideas, I don't think, when it comes to this paper, when people get their hands on it and start playing with it. And even this one, you know, you could just fussy cut the design. This kind of reminds me of Jack and the Beanstalk, I think. Yeah. Would make a pretty accent wall. Yeah, it definitely would. I've seen some people do some really fun home decor stuff with this, and like with DSP. I can't remember whether I dreamt it or whether I actually did see it, but she'd lined like drawers or the side of the Catalogue unit and actually used to design a series paper as a real focal point in her craft room, which I thought was really clever. If you don't want to kind of keep it in a drawer, you want to see it and get it out. You know, we could make some lovely 12 by 12 frames with that as the background. They're lovely, aren't they, Louisa? Again, free with a £45 spend. So I can see me spending a lot to get lots of these papers. I would definitely prioritise those ones personally. But yeah, there's loads of choice there for us. I think that's it. I think that's all I've got for you. And it's taken us right up till 9 o'clock. Wasn't that good timing? So yeah, don't forget the stamp camp if you fancy joining. I'll bring some of these kind of samples back in just while I say goodbye, so we can remember what we've done. I'll just pop that one there. That's my little set so you can see. This card is going to be given tomorrow. Somebody I know lost their dog in a tragic accident. Very, very, very sad. Yeah, so I'll just make that for them. And then this one here with that one, so really different for you. Oh, you can't see that. So much going on. Any questions? You know where I am. But yeah, the customer catalogue, I'm hoping. So pre-order goes live on the 5th of December. And I may well expedite it so that my class on the 10th can get their catalogues. But I don't know because I'm not doing any classes in January. So I'm having a month off, which I'm really looking forward to, actually. It just means I won't have to design classes over Christmas. I can design classes in the new year, ready for the new year. What have we got? It's 4 p.m. in Pennsylvania. Oh, fantastic. So you've still got your evening to come, dinner to come. We had pizza and chips today, so it's lovely. But yeah, 9 o'clock. So we're just going to go and watch Tuesday's Great British Bake Off and see who the winner is, because I haven't seen it yet as I was working this week. Good to get the ideas percolating. We'll carry on with Christmas. Yeah, definitely. I just had a really good day the other day and I sat down and made some, you know, good stuff. And I was like, oh, yeah, let's keep, while you're in the zone, isn't it? Let the ideas come. Definitely. Right, well, thank you all so much for joining me. I'm just trying to think. I will be here next week. I'm working days, but I'll be back in time for 8 o'clock. So I will be here next week. So if you're around and about, come on, pop on and say hi. I will be doing some crafting next week. So not sure what yet, but yeah. Be nice to see if you can make it. My pleasure. My pleasure. Lovely to see you all. Thank you for spending a Thursday evening with me. Have a great rest of your evening. A wonderful weekend, whatever you're up to. It's going to be cold, so make sure you stay warm. Get those hoodies out and those slippers, and stay nice and toasty. And I'll catch up with you all again really soon. Take it easy, everybody. Take care. See you later. Bye. Bye for now.